Step 2. Sew down the long open edge of the bookmark, this edge right here that we've just pinned together, using a 1/2 inch seam allowance. That's different than normal. Make sure you do 1/2 inch. Be sure to backstitch at the beginning and at the end of each seam, unless you want this whole thing to come undone and you have to sew it again. Remember to stop sewing when you get to a pin and remove the pin. Do not sew over the pins. And then continue sewing. When you're done and you've got a backstitch on the end, make sure you trim all your threads before you move on to the next step. Got your sewing machine pin cushion right here in front of the sewing machine. Works pretty good. You're going to take your fabric. You're going to take your pin so it's off this side. So we're going to sew down this edge of the fabric, not over here. We want to be as far away from the fold as possible. And we're going to find our 1/2 inch. Real quick. We've got 3/8, a line, and 5/8. 1/2 inch isn't listed, but is 4 1/2 of 8? Yes, it is. So we're going to line up our fabric with our 1/2 inch here, and we're going to keep this edge always on that 1/2 inch. Remember, we need a back stitch at the beginning and the end. Easiest way to do that is line this up. Either put it to the back of the presser foot or maybe that line there. So it's going to be lined up on our 1/2 inch here and across that line there so that we can do a back stitch when we start. Keys for starting to sew is, remember, hold on to these two. Press your back stitch button up here when you want to go in reverse. Reverse the edge of your fabric. When you've got there, let go of these threads and now you can go forward. Keep this edge on your 1/2 inch line. When the pin reaches the front of the press foot, pull it out and actually put it in your pin cushion. I'm going to have mine right here so you can see me do that. And then just keep going. Always keep this edge with your 1/2 inch. Reminder, you don't need to push or pull. The fabric will go through automatically when the sewing machine does it. Pull out your pin, stick it in your pin cushion, and away we go. My fingers are just stabilizing the fabric. When you reach the edge, go all the way to the edge of your fabric. Right there is good. Press your back stitch button up here. And back stitch for at least 4 stitches or about that far. Lift up your press foot, pull out your thread, trim it on your thread cutter, and then remember, trim these threads, front and back, on this end, and clear down here on your other end. Both sides. Ta-da! You should have a nice straight seam at a 1/2 inch from this edge all the way down your entire thing.